Listen to me carefully. This is not noise. This is not hype. This is not another feel good moment that fades when the screen goes dark. This is a wake-up call, because there comes a season in every life when heaven shifts its weight toward you. When God looks at what you've survived, what you've endured, what you've refused to quit on, and says, now it's time, not tomorrow, not next year, now, you didn't stumble into this moment, you were shaped for it. You were prepared in the shadows for what's about to happen in the light, and I know, some of you are tired, some of you are discouraged, some of you are saying, if God is taking me to the next level, why does this feel so hard? Because elevation is never comfortable, promotion is never convenient, and growth will always demand more from you than you think you have. But hear me, God never calls you forward without already equipping you for the climb. There was a version of you that could only survive. That version prayed just to make it through the day. That version celebrated small victories because everything felt heavy. That version cried in private and smiled in public, and don't you dare despise that version, because that version kept going when quitting would have been easier. But that season is ending. You're not being punished. You're being promoted. The pressure you feel right now, that's not destruction. That's preparation. That's God stretching your capacity. Because where He's taking you, the old mindset won't fit. The old habits won't survive. The old excuses won't work. You can't carry yesterday's thinking into tomorrow's calling. Some of you keep asking God for the next level, but you're holding on to the comfort of the current one. You want growth without discomfort, blessing without responsibility, increase without discipline, but hear this truth, every next level comes with a next demand, more discipline, more focus, more obedience. More faith when the results aren't visible yet. God is not just changing your situation, He's changing you, because if He gave you the blessing before the transformation, it would crush you instead of elevate you. That's why the door didn't open when you were ready. It opened when you were prepared. Let me talk to the ones who feel overlooked. You've been faithful. You've been consistent. You've been doing the right thing when nobody was clapping. And you started wondering, does God even see me? Yes, He sees you, and more than that. He's been training you, training your character, training your patience, training your endurance, because the next level isn't about being seen, it's about being trusted. And God does not elevate talent alone. He elevates character under pressure. There's a reason the attacks increased. There's a reason the distractions multiplied. There's a reason the old temptations came back knocking. The enemy never fights what isn't going anywhere. You're not under attack because you're weak. You're under attack because you're dangerous, because something in you is shifting. Something in you is waking up. Something in you is refusing to settle anymore, and the moment you decided, I'm done playing small, resistance showed up. That's confirmation. Let me be real with you. The next level will require separation. You can't take everyone with you. Not everyone will understand your hunger. Not everyone will respect your discipline. Not everyone will celebrate your growth, and that's okay, because God sometimes removes people not to punish you, but to protect the purpose He placed inside you. Stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. If they can't see the vision, they can't go on the journey. The next level will also require silence, less talking, more listening, less announcing, more executing. You don't need validation, you need obedience. Some of your biggest breakthroughs are waiting on you to stop broadcasting and start building. Work in silence, pray in secret. Prepare when nobody's watching, and when God lifts you, no one will be able to deny it. Now listen closely. The next level isn't just about what you receive, it's about what you're willing to release. Release fear, release bitterness, release the need for approval, release the old identity that no longer fits who you're becoming. You cannot grab the future with hands full of the past, and some of you are holding on to pain because it's familiar, even though it's killing your growth. Healing is not weakness, letting go is not losing, moving forward is not betrayal of who you used to be, it's obedience to who you're called to become. There's a version of you God is trying to introduce to the world, but that version requires discipline you haven't fully committed to yet. Wake up earlier, Pray deeper, study harder, move with intention. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. The next level doesn't respond to feelings, it responds to commitment. Some of you are asking for doors to open, but God is asking, can I trust you with what's behind them? Because elevation magnifies everything, your strengths, and your flaws, your discipline, and your laziness, your faith, and your fear. That's why God deals with you in private before he blesses you in public. Correction is not rejection. Delay is not denial. Preparation is not punishment, it's love. Let me speak to the tired ones. You're exhausted, not because you're doing the wrong thing, but because you're doing the right thing without rest. Even God rested. Rest is not quitting. Rest is refueling. The next level requires sustainability, not burnout. Take care of your body, guard your mind, protect your spirit. You don't have to bleed to prove you're faithful. Now hear this clearly. Your past does not disqualify you. The mistakes, the failures, the detours. God didn't waste a single one of them. What tried to break you taught you. What embarrassed you humbled you. What hurt you matured you. And now, he's about to use all of it. Your testimony is not your shame. It's your weapon. The next level will test your faith before it rewards your obedience. There will be moments when it looks like nothing is happening, when progress feels invisible, when prayers feel unanswered. That's when faith matters most. Faith is not believing when it's easy. Faith is standing when it's silent. Keep going, keep sowing, keep showing up. The harvest doesn't announce itself. It appears. Some of you need to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this building in me? Because strength is forged, not gifted, and God is building endurance in you so you don't collapse under the weight of the blessing. Let me challenge you, raise your standards. Stop negotiating with mediocrity. Stop tolerating what drains you. Stop making excuses for what you know needs to change. The next level demands excellence. Not perfection, but intentional growth. Do the hard things daily. Say no more often. Protect your focus like your life depends on it, because your future does. This season is about alignment. Align your habits with your prayers. Align your actions with your faith. Align your environment with your destiny. You can't pray for elevation and live in distraction. What you tolerate today determines where you end up tomorrow. And finally, understand this. When God takes you to the next level, you won't recognize yourself at first. You'll be calmer, stronger, more disciplined, less reactive, more focused. That's growth. Don't run back to the old version of you just because it's familiar. You prayed for this. You cried for this. You worked for this. Now walk in it. It's time to rise, time to move, time to become. Not because you're perfect. Not because you're fearless, but because you're willing. God is taking you to the next level. And this time, you're ready, so don't hesitate now. Don't second. Guess this moment. Don't talk yourself out of what God is calling you into. The fear you feel is not a stop sign. It's a signal that you're standing at the edge of growth. Stand up in your spirit, lift your vision, tighten your discipline, because the same God who carried you through what you thought would break you is now calling you forward into what will build you. Walk boldly. Move with faith. Trust the process even when you don't understand it. You didn't come this far to stay here. This is not the end of your story. This is not the peak of your life. This is the turning point. Step into it with courage. Step into it with obedience. Step into it with everything you've got. Because when God says it's time, nothing can stop what he's about to do through you.